Hi, this is Asha Saxena for Intelligent Luxury. Welcome to the show.
And I'm Julie Foppel, Asha's co-host. Welcome. Welcome right back.
You have to stop making me laugh.
I will, because I'm funny, Asha.
I know.
That's like my whole, that is what I bring to this whole
Oh my
thing.
God, okay, I know.
You're the brains of the operation, and I am the funny sister.
I know, you really are.
Yeah. When you and I met,
Yes.
we were immediately friends. The more we got to know each other, the more our thinking was so aligned in terms of this being such a pivotal time in both data and technology and everything that you work in, and luxury and kind of lifestyle and everything that is my discipline. We're in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we're in this beautiful facility, and the fact that you came in for an event being hosted by Realm, real estate and technology has not necessarily been something that has gone hand in hand historically, but it's such an act of friendship, and I think what you're seeing is there's so much curiosity around what you're doing and how it is innovating aspects of our lives that we never even anticipated.
Absolutely. But I also have to tell you, the reason I'm doing it because I love you so much. And I think that's what the world needs now. We have AI, we have machines, we have programs, and we have so much data. But what really matters at the end is the relationship. It's the human connection. I'm super excited about this podcast. The audience will enjoy so much because we are going to have fun while doing it.
It's always fun with you, Asha.
Thank you, everyone. And please continue watching because we're going to have guests who come from all around the world and going to talk about luxury in real estate.
We have a lot to look forward to.
Looking forward to it. Hi, this is Asha Saxena for Intelligent Luxury. Another episode about high net worth, luxury, artificial intelligence, technology, and so much more. Today, for the conversation, I have Moira Boyle from New York area. Moira, welcome.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure to be here today.
I'm so excited to have this conversation because your life is full of data about high net worth individuals, how they see luxury. So tell me a little bit about your view on where you sit.
You know, it's interesting, and I have a really unique opportunity with the type of individuals and firms that we work with to see how companies are approaching the luxury market. But where my perspective and the lens I come through is the data. So we have a massive database, Altrata, on these ultra high net worth individuals. So we have tremendous reporting on the growth, their passions, their behaviors, their connectivity, their referral power. And where we are at this point is in a really interesting position because of wealth transfers and stock booms and AI development and new money. This wealth luxury market is growing by 30% in the next 4 years.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a big number.
It is unprecedented, as it really is a new white space for anyone really serving this market to come in and brand themselves and become truly a partner for this new ultra wealth category.
So what do they look for? Is there an insight that our advisors could really get some tidbits on?
There is definitely a behavior pattern to the ultra wealthy in a good way. You know, these people right now, they're primarily self-made, so they are very smart individuals, well-read, aggressive, hungry, educated people. And even those inheriting the money now are acting like entrepreneurs. So you have to start from the premise that they're really smart. They want to know what you know. They want something no one else has. They want that exclusivity to be included in that club that no one else can be in. So creating that not urgency, but exclusive air to something and really pointing out the differentiators on why this isn't just a common run-of-the-mill solution, property, service, trip, catches their attention.
I love what you spoke about, that this new age high net worth individuals are intelligent, they're sharp, they're educated, they know what they want, they're not afraid to ask for it, and they're entrepreneurial. And so if you think about this category, the technology like AI can be such a great asset for advisors to really study well, because you cannot show up not knowledgeable, not smart, not educated when you're sitting across someone who's actually,
They're going to figure it out.
yeah.
No, I agree. So AI, everyone's going to embrace it, whether it's right now, the adoption is pretty low. It's going to become common. It's going to be part of everyone's workflow. But what's also really interesting about this wealth category is they seek advisorships. They're not looking to become the yacht expert, the art expert, the real estate expert, the bank. They're not their own lawyer. They're not planning their own, estates. They're looking for the sharpest advisors they could find, because then they can brag and say, I have the best advisors here. So that advisor who comes in knowing who they are, knowing how to speak their language, how to speak literally fluent luxury, and be relevant to them, are going to be the ones who succeed.
Absolutely. And, I always say we are living in the age where you need to be a lifelong learner. You need to be passionate about learning, because you have all the tools. I mean, think about AI friend, your AI tutor who can teach you any subject you want to learn about. Some people use it as a friend or a coach or an intern. But you now have this digital human who is actually sitting next to you to help you become smarter. The question is, are you curious enough? Are you asking the right question? Are you digging deeper? And are you really standing out because you have used the tool effectively? It's a silent partner.
It is, but it's only a silent research partner.
Yes.
You still have to show up
Exactly.
with the knowledge and the warmth and the relationship skills. Luxury is about relationships,
Right.
And you come into the room with that warmth and knowledge. These individuals don't necessarily need to be educated on what you're talking about, but they need to be understood. And that's not really, AI can't teach you that.
Exactly. So that's what I was saying earlier on the stage, that 70% of your work can be automated. 70% of your work, you can go to AI and build an agent who's going to check your email, look at your schedule, research a property, and so on. But 30% is where human intelligence comes in place. You have to do the work to understand, what do your customers want? What is the industry you're playing a role in? And how do you really show up? Show up in the meetings and the tests.
The other sort of fun part to me is, we don't want to be reactive.
Yes.
You want to show up fully prepared. But then you get to the point you go, okay, where can I take this person?
Yes.
How can I be proactive? When you can actually come up with that sentences, what if we did this instead? Like, try and come up, just big whiteboard, what haven't they thought of yet?
Right.
And that's when you become that necessary advisor.
It's always about adding value. I always say that when you show up, you're not showing up just to be an add-on. You want to show up to add value whenever you're showing up in a client meeting. Something that they don't know, something that can create an aha moment for them, and really make sure that you're constantly showing up.
It is. And I think you also touched on this in your talk too. It's the follow-up later.
Yes.
It's the hard work after. I work with a lot of luxury brands, and one recently had a whole team has moved to other brands. They've all called me because, after hours, when I think about something, I actually send them the note and say, I thought about you when I saw this article, or have you thought about this? And it's that extra, literally, I think homework or grunt work still has to be done, and
Right.
is even as important or as ever, because there's a lot of competition in the luxury space too.
Oh, absolutely.
So standing out and, again, having to be all things to everybody, yes and no, but being prepared, being thoughtful is so important.
Yeah.
In luxury, because they want to be treated. They have a lot of money to invest, spend, or donate, and they're going to choose carefully who they do it with. But who they do it with will benefit. There's no question. So if you want to be that partner, you need to be thoughtful and prepared, warm, and engaging. Simultaneously.
Exactly. No, absolutely right. And I think you have the tool, so use the tool, but you have to use your human intelligence and connection. A lot of time people would ask me, I travel around the world to give keynotes, and people will ask me all these different questions, but a common theme I hear when people are asking me is, what will happen when we will have time? If AI is going to do all our work, what will we do with our time? And I always say is that AI will help us hunt for the human connection. We will go back looking for communities. We will go back saying, where is the humans I can connect with? Because we now have time to reinvest in our relationships. And I think you cannot lose that touch of creating those human relationships.
Well, and that's actually the energy to get you up the next day.
Right.
Is the reward of all those communities and those conversations, not the success you found because you got a great answer out of AI.
Right,
But
exactly.
those relationships that you feel really good about. And that's what gets you, into that next conversation and creates the mental, I don't know what word I'm thinking of, but where you can enjoy your free time. If you're constantly thinking about, I got to do one more thing, I got to do one more
Exactly.
thing. But when you get there and you go, you know what? It's been great. I have great relationships. I'm on top of my game.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything I can in my market. That's when you can enjoy your time.
Yeah. It's great information about looking at the data and see what the data tells you. But it's another thing to really actually build those relationships and start observing what your customers really want. Thank you so much for the conversation. It was
Thank you for having
insightful.
me.
Yes, I could probably talk for hours discussing this.
I can.
Right,
So,
exactly.
yeah,
I know.
cut me off.
But we have to come to a close. As we spoke about the relationship and the importance of human connection, it's only going to grow. Are you investing in the human connection while you're working and becoming friends with digital human, which is your AI friend, AI coworker, AI intern, and making sure you're taking advantage of the power AI can give you to be able to serve your customer and understand your customer and continue on the journey of lifelong learning. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Asha Saxena for Intelligent Luxury.